Alright, so let's get ready to do some angle chasing here. Okay, so it's already labeled with all of the parallel sides, so we don't need to do that, but I'm going to go ahead and label in the angles that we're given here. So I know that measure of angle 7 is going to be 24 degrees, and measure of angle 20 is going to be 80 degrees, so that's this one over here. Okay, so now we just need to go ahead and figure out how to make this thing work. Okay, so probably the easiest place to start is to take a look at vertical angles. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill in angle 24, or sorry, 8 is going to be 24 degrees. Angle 21, sorry, 22 is going to be 80 degrees. And then I also can see that 22 and 21 are a linear pair, so I can go ahead and say that this is going to be 100 degrees. And let's see, so I also know that 19 is going to be 100 degrees, since that is a vertical angle for 21. Okay. And now I can start to go ahead and use some of the information that we've been doing with parallel lines to see what I can do about, say, angles 5 and those angles up there. So I know that 5 and 19 are going to be corresponding angles when we're talking about lines C and D being parallel and being cut by the transversal line B. So if I know that those are corresponding angles, I know that they're congruent to each other. So I can say that angle 5's measure is going to be 100 degrees. Okay, so as I start to take a look here, I can see, okay, well, hey, 5, 6, and 7 together should be supplementary. So that means that 100 100 plus 24 is going to be 124. And then if I subtract that from 180, I end up with 56 degrees. Okay. And so let's see, if I can go from there, let's see, if I know that 6 is going to be 56, I know that 9 is going to be 56 degrees, okay? And I can start to work from there. So I know that 10 is also vertical angle for 100, so I can fill that in. So I've gotten all those angles right around the 5 through 10 angles there. Let's see, what else can we do here? So I also know that 6 and 7 together, if I look at those two angles, those are corresponding angles for 20. So I should be able to check that, and it works out. Those are good. Okay, so now I can start to branch out from here. So I was really looking at C and D being parallel, so now I can start to take a look at A and B being parallel. So if I look at like 1 and 5, those are corresponding angles, so I can also write those in as 100 degrees. Okay, angle 2 is going to be the sum of, so it's going to be corresponding to 6 and 7 together, so that's going to be 80 degrees. I can write that in there. Okay, and then I can fill out these as vertical angles, and this one over here is also a vertical angle. Okay, and I can use the same idea of corresponding angles to talk about 1 and 27. Those are both going to be 100 degrees. Okay, and I know that see, 4 and 32 are going to be 100 degrees. Okay, because those are corresponding again. And then I can start to go in from there. So let's see. What else do we have? Okay, so I know that 28 and 29 together are going to be the same thing as 80, so I can look at that. I can also go ahead and take a look at some other stuff here. Like I haven't really used the fact that E and F, lines E and F are going to be parallel to each other. So I can say that this is, angle 12 is corresponding with 7, which means that 5 and 11 are going to also be corresponding, so that's going to be 100 degrees up here. 12 and 7 are corresponding, but 11 is going to be corresponding with 5 and 6 together, so that's 156. Okay, and I say that because 11 and 12 need to be supplementary, and they weren't when I did that. So let's see, so 14 is going to be corresponding with 9 and 10 together, so that's going to be 156, and that's also a vertical angle, so I could fill it in that way. 13 is going to be 24 degrees, so that's a vertical angle there. And now I can start to look at this triangle here where I have 10, 16, and 13 as the angle. So the sum of those interior angles to any triangle should be 180 degrees. So this is 100 plus 24, so that's 124, and if I subtract that from 180, I get 56. Okay, so that 56 right there. Okay, which is also a corresponding angle with 6. Okay, so I can start to go that way too. Okay, so I can do that. If this is 56 here, I can see that this is going to be 124 because those are a linear pair, 15 and 16 that is. Vertical angles over here, same deal over here, 56. And then I can see that 156 is the sum of 18 and 19, so I subtract that from 180, I get 156, so this is going to be 24 degrees, which means that 25 is also 24 degrees. Okay. Supplementary, these are a linear pair here, so they're supplementary, so this is 156. Okay, this is 156 over here because those are vertical angles. The sum of these four angles, 23, 29, 9, and 15, should be 360 because it's a quadrilateral. We haven't really done that yet, but you can get around it that way. But that would be one way to do it. Add them together and subtract from 360. Or you can see that 24 and 29 are corresponding angles also. So I can see that's going to be 24 degrees. And let's see, so from here I know that 2 is going to be corresponding to 28 and 29 together. So this is 80 and this is 24. That means that 28 is 56 degrees. 31 is 56 degrees. 29 is going to be 24 degrees because they're vertical angles. Okay, and I think that's everything. All right, hope that worked out for you.